LP on the track.
I just wanted to come down today and put together a little bit of content. I don't know if I've really just talked about this on camera or not, but I am a board certified emergency medicine physician, and right now I am actually working out of town. This is how I make money to fund most of my real estate deals. I have to put my time in. I work every day I can. Right now I'm probably about 4 hours away from my primary residence working. But the money is good and it's not bad work. I get paid for the drive. They pay for my hotel. So, it's not bad. Um, but that is the sort of thing that allows me to be able to invest in real estate on a level that a whole lot of people cannot, but many people can. I mean, this is one of the most prosperous times in America, and you know, this thing is doable for anybody. You know, you take a guy like me. Actually, I bought my first rental property during the actual first year of my emergency medicine residency. What I did was I went out and bought a duplex. Lived in one side, rented the other side. A year later, did the same thing. Bought another duplex, rented out 3 of them, and I lived in one. And the rent from those 3, the gross rent from those 3, was more than enough to cover my mortgage, my gross mortgage. But by the time you add in insurance, taxes, the different sort of land leases that come along with those properties, I think I was carrying those properties somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe $100 to $200 a month for me to just carry those 4 units, which wasn't bad. Fast forward 10 years later, I actually paid off both of those properties from the proceeds of flipping houses. And once those properties were paid off, I went ahead and turned my attention towards paying off the apartment complex. So right now I own 51 free and clear properties, including my primary residence. That is 50 rental units. 10 of those are still under construction right now. We typically will have somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 residents. Typically 35. That includes the 4 units from the 2 duplexes that I initially bought, and then the 46 units that I later purchased. My primary residence has been paid off, so I don't have any mortgages on any of my properties. So essentially, I'm stuck with paying property tax, homeowners association fees, insurance, and pretty much maintenance. That's where I am with this portfolio right now. I'm estimating the portfolio to be worth $3.1 million. That's just my estimation, which I think should be pretty close given what I paid for the properties and the appreciation over the time since I've actually owned these properties. So I'm very curious to see how the appraisal comes in once I'm ready to refinance the whole portfolio. What I've been considering doing on the one hand is finishing the 10 units, then immediately move into a buy, fix, and sell strategy. Because if you want to make money in real estate and you want to make it fast, There's not any faster way to make it than buy, fix, and sell real estate. I'm a firm believer in that. I've done it, and it works. Uh, but the only caveat I would add to it is you have to do it cash. If you're not doing it cash, those properties can sit for a while, and when they do, that mortgage payment is going to just eat into your profit every month. So, if you're going to take an approach to putting together some fast cash in real estate, it's going to be through buy, fix, and sell. So I'm strongly considering just saving up the cash to do that once these 10 units are complete, versus just getting a line of credit and lending money. It's much less hassle. It's pretty much guaranteed money that is secured by property. It's not dirty work. You can pretty much have bankers, 9-to-5 bankers type hours. Compound interest, what can I say? I mean, if you ask Einstein, he says that the greatest invention of mankind has been compound interest, and I'm a firm believer in that. But anyway, that has kind of taken me off topic of what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today, which is what I'm doing outside of home. When I'm not away from home, I'm either doing emergency medicine or I am trying to get these 10 units complete. So I stay pretty busy. Not a lot of days off. At least I have not had that, but I'm looking at making my attempt to try to give something back. And the only way that I know is to give my opinion about things. I've made a very good living over the years giving my opinion, and I think it's valuable and worth something. I was listening to a audio book just the other day by Earl Nightingale. And the name of it escapes me at this moment, but there was a quote from Earl Nightingale that says, people in sales make the most money. I'm a firm believer in that, and I agree with that statement. He also says that the mind has unlimited capabilities to create, to do things. And to me, this is my attempt at creating something that can be for the betterment of my fellow man. And if there's a way for me to give back by simply telling people what I know, hey, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to share knowledge. I'm always happy to do that. So if I can do it and earn a living while doing it, even better. So here is my attempt at doing that. This type of work would be a lot less confining than what you get in a setting like an emergency room. I mean, you basically a doc in a box for 12 hours at a time. You make good money doing it, but you get stiff. You sit there, oftentimes you sit there for hours on end. Other times you run around like the proverbial chicken with his head cut off, trying to do things. There's a lot of risk involved. But at the same time, with that big risk comes big reward. And right now, my rental income is probably about a third of what I earn as a physician. My very short term, and that's a third of rental income, and that's before tax physician income, is probably about a third of that. If I take my after tax physician income, which is probably a little bit of a fairer method of trying to compare apples to apples. When I look at that amount, I'm probably somewhere around that 40 to 45% mark, almost halfway there. Because one of my very short-term goals has been to try to put together enough rental income to equal my physician income. And I'm really close. But I think probably the easiest way, I always said I was going to work until I did that. But what I realize is that if I want my passive income, my rental income, my passive income to grow, then quite frankly, I've got to put the time in to creating those things and put them in place so that that cash flow can come to me. I have to create. Um, it's really no different than what you do with real estate. You, what I mean when I say it's no different is it takes time to put, it takes time to create products. You create a product, you sell a product. You know, that's a simple formula when it comes to making money. Create a product, sell a product. When it comes to real estate, you're sort of creating, well, you are creating in that sometimes you take something old and you make it new. Well, you know, you've created a new and inviting space for someone to live. And that's worth something, and people pay for that. And so, you know, once you put it together, a lot of times it kind of sells itself. Any good product sells itself. So you want to try to put together the best product that you can. It's the same thing with this course. You know, I'm not here to trick people or fool people or hold back information. I mean, if there's a way that I can help get you to that next step in the game, then I'm willing to do that. Do I have growing to do? Absolutely. Do I use real estate courses? Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, quite frankly, that's the shortcut to success. You could go the long way and recreate the wheel, but why do that? Take advice from people who are where you want to be. You know, that's a basic principle of success. And if you haven't been doing that, you need to implement that strategy right now. Yeah, I can't tell. It looks like it's getting really dark out here. I don't know how good these images look, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just end this video right now and catch up with you guys a little later. Peace.